What's up, guys? James here from Just Press A. Going to do a quick trading recap for you on today's trade. For those of you who know my current monthly goals and trading strategy and stuff, I really only stick to 1 or 2 trades per day. It's how I keep myself disciplined. This one's already done, so even though it's like 10:30 right now and this stock is still, with decent volume and doing what it's doing, I'm going to go ahead and do my trading recap and make sure I get it in, because it was quite a lesson for me today, and I want you guys to learn it with me. So, CRIS, it's a, I think, pharmaceutical company, or it's in the healthcare industry, and it has some good news on its leukemia treatment, and this morning it went nuts. Now, it's a higher float stock, but as we approached open, we almost got a rotation. I got very near, I think 40-something million shares traded on a 50 million share float. So we almost got so even though it was a higher float stock, I mean, the volume was obviously nuts. And so it was also really the only thing going on. There was a couple of other decent gappers with decent volume and even a low float stock, but it had no news. And anyway, it just seemed like the market was fixated on this stock. And I'm confident we'll see traders all day, the popular traders all day posting their recaps on this stock. Money was made today on this guy. All right, so CRIS, we watched it in pre-market run up, like I said, on high volume. Our high of day, and this is my strategy. I was looking at this was for a dip and rip move. The high of day was around here at the just over 550 area. I was planning an entry after a dip at 550 when it reclaimed the high day. It's a dip and rip strategy. If you're not familiar with the dip and rip strategy, go check out other videos that we have on that strategy. So the lesson for today, what I learned for myself today, was patience, and I'll go over that in just a second. I'm going to try to keep this video short because I got stuff to do. But basically, so it dipped. The entry for me was attempted to be at 550, which would have been excellent. I was tripping up with my order because I was working off of an iPad and a cell phone. So my entry ended up being a 570, which I didn't, or 569 is what it was, which wasn't perfect. I'm dropping arrows everywhere. 570 was my entry, so it ended up being, goodness, it was around here somewhere. It was in this candle. The very next candle, it reached my goal. So my goal that I had set for myself was low 6s. So I know that's the lesson for today. So it was in this candle. It went all the way up to something nuts, and I ended up getting out of 613 was my exit. So that was my piece of the pie. Everybody talks about getting your piece of the pie, and that's great. That's mine. That was my move. It was about wasn't even a 60-second trade, because this thing was moving. But the lesson of the day is patience on 2 points. I know I've talked about this before, but the first lesson is on this candle right here, this 930 candle. You see that the stock did, I know this candle looks tiny, because obviously there was so much movement in this stock that for ratio purposes, this it's got us looking small here. But if you look at this was like a 30-cent dip pre-open. Prior to the open, this stock dipped from where it was at 560 highs, because it was making highs all the way up until the open, and it dips down to the 30s, 530s. That was the dip I was looking for. So I set my sights on 560, rounded it to the $0.50, 550, and that was my entry plan at 550. In the first candle, it pops over 560. It makes a new high. Now, I have been in the second candle, it goes up to 580 something. I mean, it made a new high at almost 590. I have been lately ignoring those first 2-3 minute pops in these highly popular, high volume stocks that are trading, because they tend to be so unpredictable, and usually you get a decent dip afterwards. The other day, I think it was BlackBerry, had the same thing, a morning pop, and then it dipped like $1, and it came back at like 10 something. And it would have been a long time to bag hold. So I've been ignoring the first 3 minutes. So as much as it pained me to sit here and watch this thing go to 590, thinking I was missing out, I waited. It was a good move. I waited. It dipped all the way back down below the 550 mark, which was my entry point. So I made my entry at 550, and then I exited at my goal, which was, I think I hit the sell at 613 or something like that, and had to double tap no, it was 613 that I got out. So if you look at these candles, they were moving, yes, but it was at strength. So if I had a little bit more patience, I could have gotten a lot bigger piece of that move. Now, I don't know if I would have stayed in until the high of days, which were now up here at the 790, but I could have gotten a much larger piece of this pie with a little bit of patience. So that's it for today. CRIS was a big move. I'm confident that a lot of traders made a lot of money on this stock, including myself. I'm happy with the green day. It was a great Tuesday for me. And we'll close it out with that. Remember, be careful of those first 2, 3, 5 minutes of open on these highly volatile, high volume stocks. They tend to be unpredictable. And then make your money in that 940 to 945 window. Great. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, like, subscribe. Definitely hit the alert bell so that you can be alerted to the videos as I make them. And I will see you next time.